Imagine a big, juicy, mouth-watering burger with heavenly crispy meat and dripping cheese. Along with that is a cup of creamy chocolate shake, delightful chocolate shake with a little bit of whipped cream. And then you have ice cream, which is nutty and flavory and has a myriad of Oreos, your favorite toppings, M&Ms. Now, most of you think I described heaven or your favorite moments in life. But I described to you the surest way to get diabetes, chronic illnesses, mental illnesses, and dying young. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, today I want to share with you a number of fitness facts. Now, I don't want to be the party pooper who tells you that your BMI is not what it should be, or that you're consuming more calories than you should be, or that this is really bad for you and there's no way out of it. No, I'm going to be the party pooper that tells you to stay away from all of these foods, to boycott them, and never to make your nose detectors ever come near them. You see, health was a really hard thing for me to grasp, and it is hard for other people to grasp as well because of the environment in which we live in. It is not conducive for us to make healthy decisions. So it's not surprising that most of us are having food that we should not be eating. So today I want to share with you fun fitness facts which helped me make major breakthroughs in my health. The first is that you really are what you eat. See, most people will tell you that if you go exercise, that is the best way to lose weight. But actually 95% of your weight depends on what you eat, which means that it is very important for you to find out what you're eating and whether it's good for your health. Another thing to keep in mind is that when you go to the supermarket, you will notice that the things in the front aisle will never be vegetables or fruit. They will always be at the back aisle of the supermarket. And every environment is in Pakistan or elsewhere, it is made in such a way that it will be 10 times easier for you to make an unhealthy decision than it is for you to make a healthy decision. Because how many places do you have here where you can say, oh, there's healthy food? How many places look attractive with healthy food? I mean, nobody looks at a salad and says, oh, I really want this salad tonight. And how many places do you have where you can say, oh, this healthy food is really, good on my pocket and I can totally afford it today. Which leads me to fact number 2, fitness fact number 2, which is sugar and chemicals really do suck for your body. You see, sometimes some of us come and say, oh, I'm having a sugar-free biscuit. But there are actually 60 different names for sugar. So you might be consuming something which does have sugar, but you just don't know about it. Secondly, sugar is linked to everything which sucks. So if you are more likely to have depression, that's because you have more sugar in your system. If you are more likely to have acne, that's because there's more sugar in your system. If you're likely to have cancer, that's because there's more sugar in your system. This leads me to fitness fact number 3, which is something which you might not have been aware of, and that is we must consume foods according to the cycles and the seasons in which they come. So this is a very interesting concept, and after I learned it, it was very intriguing to learn that seasons are meant to give you the nutrients that you need in a certain season. So for example, the fruits that you notice in winter will not be the ones which are water heavy. They will be fruits which are meant to make you fat. Because in winter, as animals and as we evolved and whatever, you come up with a coat which protects you from the winter and the cold of it. But in summer, you will see that there's watermelon, there's cucumber, there's grapefruit. There are water-heavy foods which help you give the message that, oh, okay, it's time for you to shed fat. So if you have fruits according to the seasons, they give you the nutrients that you need at the proper time. And this concept has been researched by the Calvin Project. They found that people who were doing this, they lost more weight than people who were having, all sorts of fruits throughout the season. And also, this links back to, Chinese medicines who believe that, if you have the way to maintain balance in your body was to have different fruits at different times. Fitness fact number 4 is that you should add rather than think about decreasing. You see, most of us will think of, when we want to think of going healthy, what is it that we need to take out of our diet? But that is very hard to do because there is a lot of stuff that we need to take out of our diet. In fact, you might end up in nothing because everything sucks. Everything that we are consuming on a daily basis sucks. So if you focus on, okay, I need to add stuff which is good for me. Let's say I'm going to have a good fruit a day. It will be much easier for you to replace what is not good for your health rather than just focusing on what you need to eliminate. Which leads us to the last fact, fun fitness fact of the day, which is there are different types of hunger. And if you understand them, it helps you curb your cravings and it helps you eat better. So how many of you have heard of emotional eating? Okay, so most of us do it. When you're depressed, you have a really shitty day at work, or things are not working out, what do you reach for? Food. Because emotional eating is your way to cope with stress and a number of things. That is one type of hunger. If you know that your eating is coming because you're stressed, then you need to address your stress rather than your hunger. Then there is the illusion of eating. A lot of us feel hungry, but we aren't really hungry. We're made to feel hungry because we're surrounded with images of stuff around us. Then there's thirst. Sometimes you're thirsty, but you grab like a burger even though you're not supposed to. You know, what your body is craving is water. And lastly, I leave you with a very interesting type of hunger, which is nutritional hunger. So you will see people who have a big belly, but you will actually, you cannot say that they are nourished. They will actually be malnourished because they are not getting the nutrients that they need for their body. So lastly, I want to leave you with this quote. And that is, it is much, if you think that eating good food is expensive, then try illness.